Thanks again, guys, for joining me. Set the caffeine down over there. I'm still sitting here at the table with the Weber IDAs. If you caught the video before, we talked about how to kind of improve these things, get more fuel in them, get more fuel into them, and you know, a little bit about the idle circuits and how to maybe possibly make those work a little better. And since I'm still down here and I'm actually working on changing out the venturis on the other carburetor, got one done and the other one done, I decided to kind of show you guys another little step that probably should be done if you're changing your needles and seats or playing with the floats at all. And I still have my smarticles handy. It's a little easier to look at these things. And what we got going on here is the needle and seat, and let's see if I brought a wrench here to actually play with them. Hey, I got one that fits. I knew the smarticles were good for something. We had talked about you know, changing these out, going from the 200s to the 300s, and Gene Berg recommends actually checking. I bought a Gene Berg float adjusting tool a long time ago, and it's come in handy because I did have to change a float out before because it was leaky. Like I said, brand new set of carbs and had a leaky float. And yeah, he recommends if you you know, checking your float height, make sure that's good, or if you change out your needle and seats to check your float height still. So I figured since I'm sitting here and I got my jet box, I will do that. First, you got to take your float and screw it into their pre-measured little tool device here, and it says something about preset at 24.2 millimeters. And then we're going to stick that in here. So we're going to screw in our needle and seat again. Alright, make sure those are snug. I love it, you know. Gene Berg, actually a nice tool. And it's just as simple. They already tell you on here that on the form it says between 5.5 millimeter or 6.0 millimeter. And you pretty much basically just stick this on here and flip it over and make sure it's touching. I must have it set for there we go. There's actually a little groove in there too. Looks like I may need to adjust it a little bit. Definitely don't have it set for 5.5 millimeter because it kind of goes up and down, but it's closer to 6. But yeah, pretty much just as simple as that. Really nice tool to have, and like see you guys. Like I was saying with because actually another video is comparing these IDAs to the IDFs. When it comes to setting the float height on these are kind of a bugger. I don't know if anybody makes a tool for it or not, but yeah, if you needed to make an adjustment, you would actually take this back out and then just bend the tab on the float a little bit. I'll show you how to pop the float out of here really quickly. I'm not going to make any adjustments on it because I didn't have a problem with these when I ran them before. I don't think they're that far off. But the float comes right out of here pretty easily. On a good day. Did I get it? Nope, I didn't. Well, I'm gonna have to bear down on it before I strip it out. Uh-oh. We'll grab a different screwdriver. I think this one's a little wider. Uh-oh. I'm not having any fun here. Maybe I won't show you how these things come out. I'm back. Had to go out to the garage and get medieval with it. Wanted to get this screw out without damaging it. Been in there so long. And it's just made out of brass, so you can kind of see where it's a little damaged there. Yeah, the float comes out of here nice and easily, and basically you just kind of adjust this tab a little up or down depending on which way you need it to go. So I probably need to go up with it a little bit if I wanted to get it closer to the 5.5 millimeter height, but apparently when I set them up before, I set them up so the float comes up a little higher to let more fuel in. And I guess basically you don't want it to go up too high because it will eventually hit the top here, and we don't want that. So yeah, that's the basics on the Gene Berg float height tool. Looks like it's part number GB562. Oh. Let me get my smarticles back on. That's 552, not 562. Good look there. And the nice thing about Gene Berg is he always seems to print his instructions on this blue paper, and I'm glad I saved that. But yeah, back to reassembling this and dreaming about putting them on Emily's engine. Said we're still collecting parts for her engine. It's going to be a 1956cc engine, which is a 90.5 millimeter bore, piston and jug, and a 76 millimeter crank. And really haven't decided too much yet. I've got a spare Engel FK10 cam lying around that'll possibly go in it. We'll have to get a little more compression, and it should wind up really good. The heads aren't nothing special. They're just basically larger valves, 40 by 35 and a half, and I haven't gone in and ported them all yet or not. When I was putting this engine together, I was thinking about trying some different things and running it down a quarter mile, but since it's going to go into Emily's car, we're probably not going to do that. I may go and maybe do a little fluff and buff a little bit on the heads, just try to get them to flow a little bit more, and maybe play with the combustion chambers a little bit, but I don't want to get too crazy with it. The kid's still got to learn to drive the car. She's got to learn how to drive a standard with the clutch and the brake and all. She drove Simon once. Maybe I'll try to link that video down below. It's kind of a fun little video. We had fun making it, and I may make another one this summer because, like I said, she needs to get a little bit of practice, and Simon's missing the road. I'm missing Simon. I hope you guys are too. But yeah, sit back, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. And till next time, keep shifting those gears. We'll see ya.